What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to Bitassist, where, as the name suggests, we're here to assist you in understanding Bitcoin and, of course, altcoins. Today, very excited to look at the top 10 undervalued cryptocurrencies in 2018. Keep in mind, this is not in any particular order, and, of course, not financial advice. Quick shout out to everyone that's commenting and liking and subscribing to our channel. Really overwhelming to see that. We've really been very grateful. If you're new here, of course, you know what to do now. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to join us. And if you're going to enjoy this content throughout, make sure you do like it. And of course, if you invested in any of these cryptos, give the video a good old like spike, as a lot of people say. Okay, fantastic. So first things first, let's quickly just look at the market. So, as a lot of you will be aware, the markets haven't been incredibly green over the last few days, during consensus, after consensus, and even, of course, now. We've seen Bitcoin dip just below $8,000, so obviously the rest of the market has continued to dip with it. Market cap has now gone below 350 billion. Volume for today really quite low at 18 billion, really not high enough at all, with Bitcoin dominance at around 38%. So yeah, markets aren't looking too sexy today at all. We've got quite a bit of red happening, but don't you worry, this is a long-term game, and if you are a short-term sort of prospector, you're not going to necessarily get rewarded for buying cheap and holding to the top. Lovely. So first crypto we're going to look at, and remember this is not in any particular order, for undervalued cryptocurrencies. Also do keep in mind that this isn't about how cheap they are, it's more about how far they are from their all-time highs, and also because how much more value there might be involved in this project because it's fundamentals and all the rest. So first off, we're going to use all-time high coin index, the website. I really do like this. Kind of shows you how high we are from its all-time highs. I do suggest looking at it. So Storm. Storm, really awesome project. A gamified micro-task platform which creates opportunities for people around the world to earn cryptocurrency rewards. It's very popular in South Korea. So if we just look at some of its metrics, it's all-time high at around 24 cents, currently at around, third of a cent, down 84%, so that's big sale day right there. Current market cap around 156 million, with its all-time high at around $500 million. So it's well below where it's been. It's got a really high trading volume in South Korea at around 30 million at the moment. Which I always like to look at. If we just look at some recent news coming out of Storm, let's look at their website. Yeah, so they've just recently actually redesigned this website. It's really awesome. You can now download their app as well. Suggest you take a look at that. So I do think this industry is ready for disruption when it comes to gamified tasks and cryptocurrency that really do go hand in hand. So I really do like the look of Storm. It's been around for a while as well. It's gained quite a lot of recognition in the industry and quite trusted. So if you like the look of it, go take a look at their website, dive a little bit deeper, and potentially look to take a position. Remember, Storm at around 84% down from its all-time high. Okay, next we're going to look at Sirin Labs. If you do follow the channel, you will know that my first video I ever did for an undervalued cryptocurrency was Sirin Labs. So what is Sirin Labs? Sirin Labs is the first blockchain-based smartphone, and also the creator of the Finny, which was the world's most expensive, secure mobile phone. I think it retailed at around 10,000 US. Yeah, so incredibly expensive. And we quickly look at Sirin Labs, it's down 91% from its all-time highs. So in phenomenal value here, all-time high at $3.80. Current value at around 30 cents. All-time high market cap at around 350 million. Currently at around 71 million. So again, really low value. considering where it's been. And I really like this because it's you know, sort of a not an infrastructure, but they're creating products. Not many of these cryptocurrency investments are actually creating anything. They're just blockchains that allow you to send things or do smart contracts. Sirin Labs are actually making a phone. So let's quickly look at a recent tweet coming out of Sirin Labs. Here we go, here it is. So this is just the first look at what the Finny mobile phone screen is going to look like. So also keep in mind that they are getting their phone built by Foxconn, which is the same company that builds Apple phones or iPhones. So it says here, here's a little teaser for our design that will be released in a few weeks. Fresh off the Foxconn production line, check out the Finny 6's edge-to-edge curved glass. So yeah, it's just a piece of glass, but it's still really quite cool that they're slowly but surely moving to production, and really can't wait to get my hands on one of these. Okay, great. So moving on to our next undervalued cryptocurrency, and that is NEM. Really like NEM. NEM has been around a pretty long time. It stood the test of time, which is quite hard in this space. Remember, the majority of the coins you see on CoinMarketCap today probably will not be here in the next 18 months. But let's hope the ones that you've got money in obviously do well and are still here. So NEM's basically a smart contract platform from Japan. It's gained a lot of recognition in the industry, and have just recently released a new update in terms of the operating system called Catapult, which we'll quickly look at. But let's look at some of the price action here. So all-time high for NEM at around $2.10, down a whopping 86% since its all-time high at around 28 cents. All-time high was a $16 billion market cap. So, you know, huge. That just shows you the kind of interest there is in this project. Current market cap at around 2.5 billion, down 84%. So still big gains here to be made, and I do really trust this project. I myself am invested in this project. I actually am invested in one or two of these projects. I think about 5 actually out of the 10, but I'm not going to disclose that because I'm sure people would be thinking I'm unfair, but I'm not. I do believe that these are really undervalued, a lot of these. So yeah, so that's NEM. If you just take a look at NEM's website quick, yeah, so smart asset blockchain, again, have just released Catapult, so I do suggest to go look at that. You can go ahead and try and participate for early access as well if you're a developer. So yeah, take a look into that. Cool, moving on. Next cryptocurrency a lot of you are also obviously familiar with, and that is Icon. I really do like Icon, South Korean project. Icon, of course, interoperable smart contract platform mainly for institutional business. So, you know, like big, not necessarily banks, but let's say like hospitals and things like that. Current value is down 77% from its all-time highs. All-time high at around $12, currently at around $2.85 at the moment. All-time high in terms of market cap at just under 5 billion, which is pretty darn big. And then currently now at around $1.1 billion, down 76%. So this project isn't necessarily very old, it's fairly new. But I really do like them. I think that they have a lot of potential. I will put in the top right hand corner our review on Icon, and a review on any of the cryptos that we've reviewed on here will pop up in one of our cards. But they've got really strong partnerships, and of course are a South Korean crypto. So South Koreans have really taken to cryptocurrency, and of course I do think the adoption rate there will be a lot higher and a lot faster than the rest of the world. A quick story coming out, a quick piece of news coming out of Icon, which I thought was pretty bullish for them, is that 200 million users messaging giant Line partners with blockchain project Icon. So that in itself, that's just come out a few days ago now. 200 million users is a fair amount, and of course Line is pretty well known. I know them. I'm not sure if they're really that known in the West, but they are fairly well known and used in Asia. Just to read it here, it says the Line is set to launch a cryptocurrency exchange within 2018 with an intent to enter the cryptocurrency sector and to promote research and development of blockchain technology. So yeah, so it looks like they're going to be partnering with Icon to run that exchange. So that's very, very bullish and good for you Icon holders. So if you just haven't seen Icon before, this is what their website should look like, but that's not going to load for me. It's taking its time. Yeah, so we're going to move on to the next one. So a cryptocurrency that a lot of you aren't familiar with, but also another South Korean project. Actually, it was the first ever South Korean blockchain project, first ever South Korean ICO as well. It was last year in April, I believe. I actually contributed to this. I'm a big time hodler of Boscoin, and do believe that they've got a strong long-term future. It says it's down 97% here, which is obviously a massive amount. Keep in mind that this is not Boscoin's real all-time high. This was after the ICO. They Hit BTC bought a whole lot of them in the ICO, and then they sold it on IOU on Hit BTC, which are basically the most fraudulent cryptocurrency exchange out there. They literally are crooks. And they were selling IOUs, so the volume was very low, and they were pretty much just ripping people off. So it got up towards around $7 on IOU status, and then as soon as the real token hit the market, it obviously got dumped along with the rest of the market when we saw this bearish movement. But the ICO price was around 4 cents. I think a decent price for Boscoin to pick up is around about now, only about 5 times higher than just under 4 times higher than the ICO price. So still very, very cheap considering the ICO was last year, April time. So yeah, all-time high around 153 million. These metrics here don't really, mean anything, because I do think this is wrong. But if we just quickly look at a tweet coming out of Boscoin, is that very, very exciting that the testnet is going to be released in June, which is exciting because, you know, any time a testnet is released, usually you see a nice little pump in price. But Boscoin, for all of you that don't know, it's a self-evolving cryptocurrency platform for trust contracts. So not necessarily smart contracts, it's their way of understanding it. It's called trust contracts. We just read through this here. It says Boscoin is a self-evolving cryptocurrency platform for trust contracts. Trust contracts will provide a decidable and approachable framework for creating and executing contracts in the blockchain. The Congress network is which is another part of the Boscoin ecosystem and protocol. The Congress network is aimed towards creating a more democratic and productive decision-making process, and the incentive scheme and issuance plan is aimed towards creating value for the coin while deterring the centralization of power. The modified federated Byzantine agreement algorithm will allow for low latency transactions while being more energy efficient. Boscoin aims to overcome the technical and operational issues inherent in cryptocurrencies. I really do highly recommend for all of you watching this that don't know about Boscoin, come over to their website, have a good deep dive into what it's all about. They have a great YouTube channel explaining exactly what Boscoin is. It is something that I really think is flying under the radar. Not because I'm an ICO participant or because I'm invested in it. I just think it really looks like a well-organized, well-put-together team that are taking their time to build a really great product. They're not just worried about hype and things like that. So yeah, that's enough for Boscoin, but check Boscoin out. Fantastic. Next, Wax, awesome. Really like Wax. Wax, the decentralized marketplace for virtual assets. So Wax is down around 92% from its all-time highs. So all-time high at around $2.86, currently around 20 cents. All-time high in terms of market cap, really it crossed $1 billion, $1.24 billion, which is really great considering it's not necessarily the oldest crypto on the market, but it is backed by a lot of pretty big players, a lot of institutional guys like the look of it. Currently at around $127 million, so down 89%. So it's cheap, guys. Really great cryptocurrency. I really like the industry it's in. I think gaming and cryptocurrency are really well suited for one another, and I see adoption happening a lot faster when it comes to gaming and crypto. Considering a lot of people that game every day are buying and selling virtual assets anyways. So yeah, so when it comes to Wax itself and some recent news, so this is actually coming from Michael Novogratz. So this is one of the crypto kitties that was sold on Wax for $140,000, which is crazy. Also keep in mind that Wax sell massive amounts of virtual assets via their platform, and also Opskins, which is a platform that they originally owned and still operate. But Wax is here with the tweet says $140,000 for one crypto kitty. Michael Novogratz said, in 10 years, I think it's going to be worth millions. Digital assets are the future. So yeah, I agree with him. I don't know if that particular crypto kitty is going to be worth millions, but yes, it's obviously worth quite a bit of money considering someone bought it for $140,000. We'll take a quick squiz at the Wax website for you that haven't seen Wax before. Brought to you by the founders of Opskins. Opskins is the world's biggest centralized virtual marketplace for virtual goods. I think, don't quote me, but I do believe that apparently every month they get upwards of 200,000 new subscribers to their website. So the fact that they are backed, that the Wax is built and backed by Opskins, the world's biggest virtual exchange, is really good to know. And of course you've got people like Michael Novogratz speaking about Wax all the time. What does he know that we don't? Cool, so that's Wax for you. Another one that I really like because I'm keen on renewable energy and blockchain technology, something called Electrify Asia. Not necessarily the oldest one on the market, it's fairly new actually, one of the newer ones I'm crossing today. So down around 62%, all-time high at around 20 cents, currently now point of a, 77, whatever, it's incredibly low. All-time high at around $70 million, so still pretty darn low, that market cap, considering renewable energy is the way of the future. And you've got also, the bigger players like Power Ledger, and maybe even WePower, that not necessarily a lot higher than that, but still I think this is pretty darn undervalued. Currently at around $29 million US. Electrify Asia is actually the first retail electricity marketplace in Southeast Asia. They've just recently partnered with Omise Go, and very close to the Omise Go team, so I think that's very bullish. They've also, I believe, just been speaking with a new partner as well. This is coming from inside of Electrify Asia. It says, great meeting with the energy storage industry leader with plus $1 billion US of revenue, working on a partnership together. More details to follow next week. Now this is a tweet that came out just today. So that can only be good for its short-term price action, and the fact that it's looking to partner with a company that's got revenue of plus $1 billion is pretty bullish. So yeah, that is Electrify Asia. I do have their website here for you guys, just squiz through. I do suggest for all of these to come research yourself, guys. But really cool retail marketplace for person-to-person energy, and of course peer-to-peer trading. I think it's the way of the future, and they do have a great way of showing what they plan on doing. I think it's quite a good looking project as well. Okay, moving on to another crypto that, of course, a lot of you will know about. You know, even your moms and dads will probably know what NEO is. So I'm very, very bullish on NEO. I know everyone says it's the Chinese version of Ethereum. I don't really necessarily agree with that, but you must keep in mind, everyone, is that China have the version of everything. So they don't have, you know, they don't have Google, they don't have Facebook, they don't have YouTube, they don't have any of this stuff. They have a Chinese version of all these things. So yes, it does apply when you say maybe NEO is the smart contract version of China. And if you think about that and how big blockchain technology and of course cryptocurrency will be in that part of Asia and China itself, NEO is well ahead, well ahead in terms of integration into the minds of their people. Right now, NEO's price is around $56, all-time high of just under $200. Down 71 odd %, so it's very, very cheap. All-time high at around $12 billion, so still like high, of course, but really I don't think that high, to be fair. And now currently at around 3.6 billion. Keep in mind that this all-time high is still about 4 times lower than what Ethereum is at today. Ethereum, I think when I last checked, was around 62 or $61 billion market cap. And the current market cap for NEO is at 3 billion. That's a 20x return right there, ladies and gentlemen, I think. No, well, anyways, it's tiny, 3 billion, and Ethereum's at 60 odd billion. NEO can do a hell of a lot more transactions. It's got, I would say, potentially a stronger smart contract. And of course, it's based in Asia, where I think adoption of cryptocurrency might eventually be faster than in the West. Also, of course, NEO has got great team behind them, and partnerships like On-Chain and Ontology and many, many others. That's enough for NEO. Let's move on to the next one. So, really like this project as well. My business partner is actually a massive fan of Lisk. Lisk, we actually watched them present at a blockchain meetup not too long ago. So Lisk is made to build and deploy blockchain applications in JavaScript, which of course is massively adopted, and is looking for to build the leading ecosystem for world-changing JavaScript mobile sort of dApps and applications. Great protocol, and I think it's pretty darn undervalued. All-time high at around $39. We're currently at around $9.40, down 76%. All-time high in terms of market cap, just under 4 billion, which is pretty high. But Lisk have been on the market a long time. They're one of the not long time, but one of the leading teams. Currently at just under $1 billion when it comes to their market cap, down 74%. So yeah, I think Lisk is something that needs to be looked further into by the investors in the market. They've also recently come up with some great news. Is that their latest desktop app has just been released. So some great new features to enjoy and look at. So I do recommend taking a look at that. It really is very, very beautiful piece of work. And congratulations to the Lisk team for putting that together. And I wish them obviously the very best of luck. When it comes to Lisk as well, what have I got down here? They've also recently released news that they've had more than 200,000 wallet downloads. So that's a lot. That's a lot of people that have taken interest and downloaded their app. So good on them. And then last but not least, the very best cryptocurrency on the market, Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is not very fashionable anymore to invest in, is it? I myself still love Bitcoin. I must be honest, I don't buy as much Bitcoin as I used to since 2013 up until today. But I do think it's still woefully undervalued, considering its future potential network effects, and that less than 2% of our planet owns cryptocurrency and and Bitcoin. All-time high at around 20,000 US dollars. Today, currently, we broke through 8,000. We're around 7,900, down 60%, so still good value. All-time high market cap of 326 billion, which is actually pretty much just the same at what the total market cap of cryptocurrency is at today. So that just shows you how high we went. That Bitcoin's all-time high is 326 billion. The current total market cap today, 23rd of May 2018, is currently at around 350 billion. So yeah, we've got a long way to go, gentlemen and ladies, and anybody else out there that's watching. And there's a lot of value. So do your research, look into projects, and have strong hands. Because if you do enough research, you shouldn't worry about your investments. Just buy them cheap and hodl. Currently, Bitcoin at around 135 billion. So that's it from us today here at Bitassist. Again, guys, if you've enjoyed that throughout, make sure you give us a like. It really, really helps for the channel to be found. If you want to hear more from us, go ahead in the bottom right hand corner now. There's a round little red thing. Please do subscribe. I'm also going to, in the comments below, and of course in the description, I'm going to leave a link to join the Bitassist weekly newsletter. I do highly recommend that to everybody. It's incredibly good data. We have a team of analysts that put that together every Monday. We're not going to spam you guys. It's just a Monday morning newsletter. It really helps you to look at what's happening in the market, potentially what is going to happen ahead of us. And of course, we do we give you a little sneak peek of what crypto we think is best for that week. Again, guys, thank you for joining us here at Bitassist. I'm Maximilian, your crypto broker, and I'll see you guys again soon.